Happiness is the feeling of satisfaction or fulfillment sa mga pangarap mo. Especially
And it goes a little something like.
So hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So na-realize ko sa previous video ko, man, I was so awkward. And hindi ako sanay mag-usap in front of the camera. So I guess, screw it and let's be ourselves even while talking to the camera. I don't know why it's awkward, so yeah. So for today, we're gonna be talking about happiness, especially sa mga college students who are nahihirapan actually sa mga online classes, especially that we are facing the pandemic and we have a lot going through. We all know that this pandemic affects our mental health, especially our happiness, and it could be hard for us to find our own happiness, especially sa mga times na to. But anyway, since we are talking about happiness, especially sa mga college students, I selected 3 friends of mine who are close friends of mine, and we are in the same course, which is psychology. So I asked them, and I know them kasi na sincere sila when it comes to happiness, and I know that they have something to achieve in life, and they are in this pursuit of finding their own happiness in life through different kind of ways. So let's go watch their videos, and I hope you enjoy.
For me, happiness is the feeling of contentment. It's the feeling that you don't desire for more. It's just kung ano lang yung meron sa'yo ngayon, yun yung nagpapasaya sa'yo. Para sa akin, yun yung happiness.
For me, happiness is having the time to be with your loved ones, your family, friends, and relatives, and also having more time with God, of course. And it's really the feeling of contentment or seeing others happy. Like for example, when you see your family happy, masaya ka na. When you see your friends happy, masaya ka na for them. And a feeling of positivity rin. And it's the time that you get to share with other people, like especially the people that you care about.
happiness is the feeling of satisfaction or fulfillment sa mga pangarap mo. Especially in my stand, sa akong nga family. Gusto ko sila nga, gusto kong maging happy sila.
So as you can see guys, happiness can be in different forms. For example, we have feeling of satisfaction, feeling of contentment, or kahit sa mga fulfillment natin, sa mga pangarap natin, being with our loved ones, and of course, ang pinaka-importante is our family and God. And since we are facing this pandemic, we all know that ang hirap, to find our own happiness kasi there are a lot of limits to it. Hindi natin magawa yung ginagawa natin before, going out with friends, doing what we love. Most of the time, we spend our time in the house. And so I asked them a second question on how did they try to be happy during this pandemic? And here are their answers.
Siguro, happy ako ngayon kahit na pandemic kasi other than I'm still able to communicate with my friends or my relatives or my schoolmates or classmates even in online setting, I'm able to have a bond with my family. Kasi hindi naman sa lahat ng oras nandyan yung pamilya mo na kompleto kayo. Hindi naman sa lahat ng oras makikita mo sila na kumakain ng sabay, nakasama ka. Kaya I guess the good thing na naibigay ng pandemic is yun yung nakasama mo yung pamilya mo ng buo ng mas matagal at yun, kung meron mang mga pag-aaway minsan, hindi naman natin yan maiaalis. Pero, as long as you're with them, I guess that's what the essence of being happy during pandemic.
In this pandemic, I try to be happy, although it's it's quite hard and complicated considering the anxiety and the stress na dulot ng pandemic na to. But I try to clear my mind. I try to stay positive as possible. I use it as the chance to be closer to my family. Like during the lockdown, of course, I took it as an opportunity to be more open and to have and to bond with them, try to resolve issues and certain problems. And also I tried to look at the brighter side of things. Like for example, it was some sort of a breath of fresh air from the stress of school. So you get to have more time to chill with your family and your friends, relatives, and yeah, that's it.
Pero, being with my family, kay, this pandemic brought us together. Kumbaga, God made. I mean, siguro mayroong ding good side yung quarantine, yung pandemic na to. It's to be closer to your family. Yan.
So as you can see guys, their answers focuses on only one thing, which is family. Syempre kasi dati, we don't have the time to actually spend more time with our family kasi most of the time they're busy with work and we are busy in school. So during this pandemic, we should appreciate our time with our parents kasi we don't get most of the time before. Kaya this pandemic gives us a chance to be closer with our family. So guys, I want to share something with you, which is something I learned in philosophy, based on what I read, which is Stoicism, which is a school of thought, which talks about teachings of virtue, tolerance, and self-control. And what I learned in Stoicism is that there are events in our lives, whether it is good or bad, it is beyond our control. Pero the only thing we can do is that how we approach those control. Example, let's say the pandemic. The pandemic is something that we can control. Kasi syempre, it's a natural thing that happens. But the only thing we can do is how we approach it. Like, give it a positive approach. And yun nga, based sa answers nila, which is spending time with their family, talking with your friends, being contented kung ano nandyan lang sa harapan mo. I remember watching this movie called Pursuit of Happiness by Will Smith as the main character and Jada Smith. I watched it at a very young age. And kasi at that time, syempre hindi mature yung pag-iisip ko. So I watched that movie in a point nga bata pa ako. So I was wondering, how was he able to stay happy despite all the bad events that are happening in his life? So I looked closely na, of course, he had his son, and that was his only happiness. He was doing everything for his son. Kasi when he sees that his son is happy, then that's what makes him happy. And based sa mga answers sa mga friends ko, it's the same thing. Having that someone that we hold on to love, because it gives us happiness. So the point of this video is that I want to show you guys that there will always be bad days, where it doesn't stop us from being happy. Gagawa tayo ng paraan to be happy. And I know that everyone wants to be happy, pero it's not a simple thing, and it is a journey. Finding your happiness is a journey, and there will always be ups and downs. And the only thing we can do is that, no matter what happens, is that we keep on moving forward. But anyway, let me end this video with a quote from the movie Pursuit of Happiness, which is, I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to be. So kahit ano ang pinagdadaanan natin sa buhay, it doesn't define who you are. It definitely doesn't define who I am. Kasi at the end of the day, ikaw yung humahawak ng choices mo sa buhay. So, if you want to be happy, then go, pursue it. What's stopping you? The only thing that stops us from being happy is ourselves. Self-doubt. Kaya go out there. Follow your dreams. Follow what your heart is telling you. Pero syempre at the same time, use your heart. So, That's it, guys. I hope you get to enjoy, and please subscribe kayo. It's a big help, and share this video, and I hope we all get to see each other happy one day, and eventually it will happen. Better days will come. Kaya padayon kita.